Chapter 5. Thinking for a Change. Our thoughts are powerful. They shape how we feel, how we act, and how we respond to the world around us. Most of us assume that our emotions simply happen, that they are raw and uncontrollable forces. However, the truth is that our feelings are often shaped and fueled by the way we think. Change the way you think, and you begin to change the way you feel. This is the foundation of what psychologists call cognitive behavior. At its heart, it is the understanding that thoughts, feelings, and behaviors are connected in a cycle. A feeling sparks a thought, or a thought sparks a feeling. That inner experience drives a behavior, and the behavior reinforces the thought. Round and round the cycle goes, sometimes keeping us stuck in anger, fear, or resentment. The same event produced two very different outcomes because the thoughts were different. One thought escalated anger, the other lowered it. Why this matters? Cognitive behavior teaches us that anger is not just about what happens to us. It's about how we respond to what happens. This doesn't mean ignoring reality or excusing bad behavior. It means you take back power over your emotional life by responding to angry situations, by thinking about what response will most likely give you the outcome you want, and then acting on that thought, rather than allowing your behavior. Cognitive reconstruct. Stop, think, step back, slow down. When anger surges, the wisest thing you can do is create a pause between stimulus and response. Take slower breaths, tell the person you need a few minutes, and walk around the block. Whatever brings your adrenaline down low enough that you sense your thinking has returned. A cognitive reconstruct is that pause on purpose. Its aim is simple. Match the outcome you want with the behavior most likely to produce it. Here's how it works in real life. Steady, deliberate, and doable. 1. Name the desired outcome. Before you say a word, ask, what do I want to happen here? Clarity calms. If the goal is connection, not victory, your next move will change. 2. Think through your options. There are always several paths. Argue, ask, pause, postpone, or propose a solution. Picture each option like a fork in the road and imagine where it leads. 3. Recall past failures and lessons tried before that made things worse. Sarcasm, interrupting, raising your voice. Let yesterday's mistakes fund today's wisdom. 4. Choose the behavior most likely to produce the outcome you want. Ask, which action gives me the best chance at that outcome I want? Maybe it's a softer tone, a curious question, an I statement, or a brief timeout. 5. Act from your thinking, not your feelings. Feelings are data, not drivers. Let your clarified goal and chosen strategy steer the moment. Speak and move from intention, not impulse. A simple mantra can help. Step back, breathe, identify desired outcome first, action second. Story. It was 3 o'clock in the morning when the phone rang. Mr. Jansen, this is the hospice nurse. I have a note to call you. Your father's breathing has changed. He's gone into apnea. What's that? Ed asked, still half asleep. Her voice was gentle but steady. It means he stops breathing and then starts again. I'm afraid he's entered the dying process. Okay, he said quietly. I'll be right down. He hung up and sat on the edge of the bed. His best friend, his dad, was dying. He had promised him he'd be there when he passed, and now the time had come. He dressed quickly, got in his car, and headed for hospice. As he drove down the dark country road, his mind raced. Then he saw it. A police car, at 3 o'clock in the morning. What was a cop even doing out here? He made a snap judgment. He must have been asleep when his radar went off and woke him up. His anger spiked. His father was dying, and now he had to deal with this. But then he remembered something. Years earlier, as a chaplain for the Martin County Sheriff's Office in Florida, he had taught young men in the juvenile offenders training camp the principles of cognitive behavior. And here he was, in the middle of an emotional storm, being tested by the very principles he had taught. He stopped and asked himself, what outcome do I want from this situation? And what behavior is most likely to give me that outcome? He recalled past failures with speeding tickets, what didn't work. This time, the outcome he wanted was simple, a warning, not a delay. What mattered wasn't money, it was time. So he pulled over immediately. He rolled down his window, turned on his dome light, and got the paperwork ready. He wanted the officer to feel safe approaching him, to see to hide. As he walked up, Ed offered him his license, registration, and proof of insurance. He looked at Ed and asked, "Are you in a hurry, boy?" You know what he wanted to say, yes. What did I do, wake you up? That would have felt good. For about 30 seconds. But would it have given Ed the outcome he wanted? Not a chance. So he bit his tongue and simply said, yes, sir. "What's your problem?" he asked. He told him the truth. "I got a call from hospice. My father is dying." He paused. "The hospice over on 2nd Street?" "Yes," he said. He glanced at his paperwork, handed it back, and then said words Ed will never forget. "Follow me. I'll give you a police escort." Did Ed's cognitive reconstruct give him the outcome he wanted? No, it gave him an outcome 10 times better. Ed was able to override the surge of anger, the temptation to insult him, and instead respond with the kind of thinking and behavior most likely to bring peace. And in return, he was given the gift of arriving at his father's side in time, escorted with honor.